And Christian, where'd you grow up?
Madrid.
Madrid, Spain.
Yes.
And do you have family in the area?
Here locally, I have a few. There's a few left. Yeah.
What is your day like?
My day begins early. I have to be cleaned up wherever I happen to be sleeping, and be gone. If I'm not here at the shelter, I have to be out of wherever I'm at no later than 6, sometimes earlier, depending on. And I kind of have to move around a little bit because a few of the problem people ruined it for everybody else. Yeah, it's just get up. Usually, I'll hit the library, and I'll work on what?
What time does the library open?
The library actually opens at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I've got friends that I hang out at their place for between 7 and 10, and then now off and on I've been looking for work, and and then I've got a couple of hobbies I do. I have a computer that I bought. I was working up until a little while ago, and I bought a bicycle and have all my stuff on that. And I have a computer that I have that's mine, and I use that a lot, surf the net, and, so that's one of the reasons I hang out at the library is they have free Wi-Fi, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Where do you sleep when the shelter's not open?
I'm never going to tell you. I am not telling you.
Can you tell me outdoors or indoors?
Outdoors.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I don't talk about where I sleep.
Yeah, and I'm not, I don't blame you for that. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm very, very protective. There are people who know where I sleep.
Yeah.
But I don't know you very well, and I'm not about to let this get out.
Yeah.
I'm not about to broadcast where I sleep to the whole world. It's not going to happen.
So you're outside.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep warm?
I have one of those Soul sleeping bags. That's basically it's an emergency bivvy, and I use a couple of blankets for a mattress, and then I just lay those out and over a tarp. I've got a blue tarp with it's reflective on one side, and I lay all that out and I sleep in that.
Do you feel safe?
Yeah, as long as nobody knows where I'm at. Yeah, I absolutely do. Yeah.
Okay. Have you had any jobs recently?
Mm-hmm.
You have.
I was a driver for Secure Transportation. I lost that job. That went away because, basically ran out of work. And I was there for about 10 months, all the way up until I was let go on August 14th. I've been looking for a job as hard as I can because as hard as I should. I have some money saved up because I'm not a spendthrift. I haven't got a drug habit to maintain, so.
You don't?
No, I don't. No. I smoke. Okay. And I like my coffee.
I shouldn't chuckle while I'm smoking.
Yeah. I'm not. I try to be pretty frugal with my money, so I still have a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not. I'm not completely destitute, but having that job, I was making $12 an hour. There was no way I was going to be able to find a place to stay. It wasn't going to happen. Okay, you got to be able to make $18 an hour minimum in this valley to be able to rent a room, to rent an apartment. That's not. I don't see where that's really going to be in the cards. Even if I got work, I'm probably still going to be homeless.
How long have you been homeless?
About 3 years.
What are you good at?
I ask myself that question all the damn time. I'm good at making myself clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
something of a reputation
you do.
for not taking any BS. Yeah.
And speaking your mind.
Yeah.
Is that what that
Yeah, yeah, you can ask Bob and Don about that.
Okay. What would you like to be good at?
Any number of things. Making money.
Yeah.
I'd love to be good at that.
Most people would. I guess.
Sure. I would have, there's a lot of things I'd like to be good at. You know, I'd love to be good at I'd love to be a really great pearl farmer down in the South Pacific. That's what I'd really love to be good
Pearl
at.
farmer?
Sure.
Would that mean diving or not?
Well, I think you'd have to, yeah. You'd have to.
The reason I ask is because I've been to Japan where they have artificial pearl farms.
Yeah, they've got them all over I saw an article about 10 years ago.
That's not what you had in mind.
National Geographic, where a bunch of people live on boats and they go around to the atolls and they maintain their pearl farms, which is really kind of cool. Love to be able to.
But that's not what you had in mind, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. I'd love to do that. I just can't afford a boat.
You mind if I ask you what happened to your finger?
Yeah, I was really ticked off at my dad one day, and I was cutting steaks. We were going to mark off a little area at the ranch to build a greenhouse, and I was sharp. I was cutting the points on the steaks to, I guess I needed about 20 of them, and I was really ticked off, and I wasn't paying attention, and I slipped. It was August 13th, 2004. I cut halfway through it. I didn't cut all the way through it. I cut halfway through it and cut the tip of my thumb off. And squealed like a pig. And he got really ticked off at me because I bled all over his car. It was a nice car.
Yikes. So they couldn't sew it back on? Huh?
No, I was going to go, and I eventually did. I was going to go to farrier school. And holding a nail, farrier, shoeing horses.
Oh.
And which I did a couple of years later. But I knew I was saving money to go to farrier school. And, excuse me. And it was either fuse it or lose it. And having something you couldn't use there and trying to hold a nail is not exactly, viable. So I needed to get it out of the way, so I had him take it off.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So if they sewed it back on, you would not be able to use it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't have been able to use it. I cut right through the knuckle. So it was there was no way it was going to work.